YouthReach is a little boy that I met last November in Russia. I met him on the ski hill, and he's kind of was just off by himself, and so I, felt bad for him. He was, all the other kids were kind of together, and he was by himself. So I didn't know any Russian, so I didn't know how to communicate with him at all. So I just saw that his gloves were kind of frozen. So I took off my ski gloves, since I, expected to be freezing, and I gave him my gloves, and just to see how happy that made him immediately. And I didn't even know what he was saying to me. Later I heard it meant thank you. But he just didn't want to let go, and he just, held my hands to keep them warm, and, he just saw that somebody cared about him. When I went back in July for the camp, I didn't really expect him to remember me. And then just seeing how he recognized me, and he had a gift made for me that he gave me right there, and just being able to let that bond even grow stronger over the 2 weeks we were there. God just had this plan in mind for me to meet him, and just see how there are so many things that I have to change about my life, because in so many ways I was falling down some of the same paths that we try to tell orphans, don't follow the ways of society and things. And God just really used that experience to kind of help me change my own life. The mentors are just so key in what goes on over there. The entire year they're there to help these kids, and just to build bonds with them, and also to teach them about God, and just give them a stronger faith. You want to provide mentors to them and get to know the mentors so that they can better help the kids and the orphans over there, so that they can have a life full of hope. I think it's important to care for and love orphans, because that's exactly what God does for us. We're all orphans, and He adopts us into His own kingdom. And so just because we've all been given that gift is to be a child of His, I think that everyone else should do the same for people that in our society we do consider to be actual orphans with no parents. If you have somebody that can teach you something like that you're not really an orphan in God's eyes, and He created you and has a plan for your life, then I think that just gives them so much more faith, and that's kind of what YouthReach helps to do.
How could I forget your face when all it took was just one